Hey pals, welcome back to the Disney Magical Mindset Podcast. My name is Ruben, your Disney Magic mentor, and here we go. We're closing out 2025 by counting down the top 4 Disney Magical Mindset episodes of the year. And today, we're kicking things off with number 4. Honestly, this whole countdown has been so much fun. It's just a great way to look back at the moments that hit you the most, the episodes you kept replaying, sending to friends, and DMing me about. And it only gets better from here because we're heading toward number 1. The number 1 most loved episode of the entire year. But today, we're starting with a big one. This is the episode that reminds you to stop obsessing over the dirt and start seeing the castle. Because that simple shift, that tiny change in how you look at your life, it can flip everything. I know it can. Walt did it. You can do it. And if you've been feeling stuck, discouraged, or like your future is taking too long, then this is the perfect one to revisit. All right, are you ready? Because here we go. Let's jump into my number 4 most powerful episode of 2025. Today, we're diving into the mindset that built Disneyland. I'm talking about the mindset that looked at an empty orange grove and saw a castle. In fact, out of all the things that I admire from Walt, and all the takeaways about making dreams come true and accomplishing your goals and going after the thing that you feel deep in your heart to accomplish, to live with purpose and joy and be motivated about going to the next level in your life. What I'm about to share today might just be the number 1 takeaway from Walt Disney about making your dreams come true. I want to give you today the secret mindset behind Disneyland's creation. You know what I love about Walt Disney? Well, actually, there's a lot of things I love and admire about Walt. But he could look at nothing and see everything. Do you know what I'm talking about when you think about Walt Disney? I mean, he looks at an empty orange grove, a dusty cow pasture, and in his mind, he was already walking down Main Street. Oh, I want that mindset. I want this kind of vision for my life. I want this for you. He didn't just build Disneyland. Here's the key. This is like the number 1 amazing takeaway about Disneyland and this next level mindset. You ready for it? It's right here. He lived it before it existed. Yeah. And that's what we're going to talk about today. How is it that you can go to a bunch of dirt, like a field of dirt? I was going to say Field of Dreams, if you remember the baseball movie. A field that is just dirt, cow pasture, orange groves. And everyone else only sees dirt, but Walt Disney sees a castle. Walt Disney sees train tracks, right? Walt Disney sees the railroad. He sees the Jungle Cruise. Walt Disney sees Main Street. He sees the carousel. Everyone else sees dirt, and Walt sees Fantasyland. He sees Adventureland. He sees Tomorrowland. And this is why I'm saying, out of all the things that I admire from Walt, perhaps this right here, this kind of mindset that allows you to step into your future as if you're living in it today. Ooh, even if it doesn't seem like you're there yet, you're living with this excitement for what's coming because you're feeling it today. And all those emotions are bubbling up inside of you and pushing you closer to the very thing that's coming. Because you're living in it today. You're living as if it happens before it even exists. Isn't this what Walt does? Isn't this exactly what happens in the orange grove? He's in a field of dirt, and yet he's already naming the things that he sees. The kingdom that hasn't even happened yet. His magic kingdom has already appeared to him, even though no one else had seen it quite yet. So today, this is the mindset. This is the ability that you and me are going to talk about. Living your future in the present. It's the same thing that can change your life right now. It's the thing that brings Disneyland to life in 1 year. From breaking ground, like from start to finish, this is the mindset that Walt has that causes his dream of Disneyland to come true. And so I want you to know today that whatever it is you're dreaming, whatever it is that you're believing about your future, whatever it is that you see far off in the distance that seems kind of like so far away, whatever it is that wakes you up at night or causes you to be filled with lots of excitement and those butterflies in your stomach and the thing that just makes you go, yes, like I wish this was today. I promise you, it's yours. It's yours. You can have it. If you just believe. All right. It's going to be good. This is going to be good. Back in 1954, about a year before the grand opening day at Disneyland, Walt invited his good friend Art Linkletter to drive out with him to Anaheim, which is where this Disneyland project, right? This is where it's happening. And I want you to just go with me, if you can, to be there with Walt Disney and with Art Linkletter as we're driving. I want you to think it's blazing hot California day, and there's a cleared out orange grove, and you're stepping there, and there's a few bulldozers, some noise that's happening. It doesn't look very magical at all. Looks nothing like what you and me are accustomed to seeing in Disneyland today. And Walt's there with his buddy as they're just talking together. And Walt's just, I'm sure, the great storyteller that Walt is. He's probably got a story or two that he's sharing with Art on their way to Anaheim. And Walt finally, he stops the car and he sweeps his hand across the empty land. And with excitement in his voice, says, "Hey, buddy, Art, man, check this out. Look, this is it. This is it, Art. This is what I've worked for, man, like behind the scenes. I know you may have not known everything that was going on, but Art, this is it, buddy. What do you think? Check this out. Oh, I'm so excited, Art. Woo, this is my magic kingdom. The happiest place on earth is finally coming. This is it." And then Art looks around and kind of confused. And he responds, probably something Walt wasn't expecting to hear. Maybe Walt was wanting that same excitement, but Art responds back in confusion. This, Walt? You serious, bro? Because what does Art see in this moment? He sees cow pastures. He sees dirt. There's no pixie dust. And in his head, he's thinking, my poor, deluded friend. What happened to Walt here? Did he go off the rails here? What's going on? He's going to go broke. Putting a carnival out here 45 minutes from LA, Walt? Are you serious? Yeah. And there's the difference. There's a difference. Now, I don't, listen, it's easy to come down hard on Art because, now that we're experiencing the happiest place on earth, we know what's there. We see it, but just try to go back to the moment there and put yourself in Art's shoes. When you're hearing somebody share this vision of this future that's not even there yet, sometimes it's hard to get on that level because we want to see it. Because we're not willing to invest in something that just is a bunch of dirt. And this is what I'm telling you. This is the difference, because Walt comes along and he is able to see something that no one else can see. Because where everyone sees dirt, like his friend Art, who looks confused and is wondering what the heck Walt is doing, and Walt, he's ready to tell Walt, you're going to go broke, Walt. Are you sure about this? That's what Art sees. But Walt wasn't seeing dirt. Right? Walt was seeing a railroad. He was seeing Main Street, Sleeping Beauty Castle, Adventureland, Frontierland, Fantasyland, Tomorrowland. It was already real to him, like really real. Because no one is going to put together this beautiful place that we call Disneyland, the happiest place on earth, in 1 year. If you don't believe in it, if you don't see it before everyone else does, even if it's not there yet, because all we see is a bunch of dirt. But again, Walt sees so much more. And that's the difference. This is the most powerful, magical difference, my friends. You ready for it? You ready? Here it is. Walt lived his future as if it was his present. Ooh, I'm going to say that again. Walt had the ability, the mindset to live his future as if it was his present. He felt it before it happened. He walked, talked, and made decisions like it was already true. And within 1 year, boom, bam, right? Disneyland was a reality. Oh, it inspires me all the time. It's so powerful. It's so powerful. I was talking with my friend and mentor, Dr. Disneyland, Jeff Barnes, and about this exact same thing. And he said the power is in feeling your future self. That's the power. You know, most of us, we think that when I hit the goal, when I lose the weight, when I get the promotion, when the dream happens, then I'll feel happy, or I'll feel confident, I'll feel successful. And so you keep waiting for that moment to happen. And what I'm saying is, why do you need to wait until that moment happens before you start feeling those emotions today, before you start feeling it right now? And this is the power that we gather from Walt Disney. This is exactly what he's doing. Disneyland isn't even built yet. It's just a bunch of orange groves and dirt. But the feeling inside of him, that feeling that he knows is going to happen, that he knows he's going to experience when Disneyland is finally completed, he's not waiting for that. He's allowing those feelings to dictate and determine the things that he needs to do in order to make the dream a reality. You see, I want you to know that Walt Disney and a lot of successful people, they don't wait. They envision it now. That's why we call them visionaries. That's why we call these people creatives who have these amazing imaginations, because they know how to feel it right now. And that mindset literally changes their reality. Believe differently. And that's the magic. That's the magic, my friends. Here's what I want you to do right now. Can we try an exercise? I just want you to picture right now, wherever you are, wherever you're listening to this podcast, I want you to picture right now your dream, your goal, the thing in your heart that you desire, your castle. All right, let's name it your castle. It's the thing that you want so badly, but you can't see it yet. You see it and it's kind of like it's there, it's on the horizon. And here's what you're going to do. Okay, you got that picture? You got your castle? You got your castle? Okay. And then it's simple. You're going to start living like it's already real. Okay? So, whatever that castle is, now here's part B now. Here's the next step. You're going to live like it's already real. I want you to feel it. I want you to just practice walking through that version of your life, whatever it is. Let's say your dream is to write a book, or maybe it's to start a nonprofit. Perhaps your dream is to, grow your social media because you want to be able to make this something that you do full time. Maybe your dream is to be a public speaker, like full time. I don't know, whatever that is, like the castle that you're seeing, right? You're walking down Main Street. Start living like it's already real. Feel it. Practice walking through that version of your life. because your subconscious doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. And here's the kicker. Your thoughts empower your actions, which create results. Now, I know what you might be thinking right about now. Well, what about the negative thoughts? I know what you're telling me, Ruben. I know what you're saying. Like, hey, I need to envision my future as if it's right now. And that's exciting. Whatever that dream, whatever that future is. But what about those negative thoughts? And, the villain in your head or in my head telling me I can't, I'm not good enough, it's too late for me. Well, guess what? Yeah, that villain, it's there too. And it's competing for that vision. Ooh, it's trying to win the vision. It's trying to win the day, right? It's trying to win out your dream. It's trying to crush it. Let's be honest. That's what the villains do. And we all have one. But I need you to know today, you have the power to silence the villain, which is why I keep saying I'm here to help you become the hero of your story and silence the villain in your mind. I really believe it. It is possible. I'm going to tell you why right now. And I know this is the same kind of mindset that Walt had. And I'm sure Walt had the villain in his mind as well. You think building Disneyland came without doubts or fear? You think that everything was smooth sailing for Walt? Of course not. There's no way. He just refused to let those thoughts win the day. And that's what causes him to be able to step into an empty field filled with dirt, orange groves, cow pastures, and declare that day that he saw a magic kingdom when everyone else saw dirt. And guess what? I read this the other day, and I thought it was just so powerful. Neuroscience actually proves this. That's what I love. We're going to back it up with science. Watch this. Every thought you think creates a physical change in your brain and your body. You are literally sculpting your brain with every thought. Neuroscientists call this neuroplasticity. And that's your brain's ability to rewire. Hear me. Your brain has the ability to rewire itself. So it can either work for you or against you. And here's the truth today you got to get. Whatever you focus on the most, positive or negative, guess what happens? That's what grows. That's what you're rewiring in your brain. So if you focus on nothing but negativity, I'm no good, I'm never going to make it, I don't know how I'm going to do this. If you always focus on the things that can't happen, the impossibility of things that you're not able to do, well, what do you think's going to happen? What do you think you're doing to your brain? You're rewiring your brain to think this way. But here's the power. Here's the mindset of Walt. Here's the thing that causes him to step into an empty field. And I'm going to keep on saying that the orange grove and say with conviction, check this out, Art. Here is my Disneyland. Woo-hoo, my goodness. It is this right here. The ability to focus on the thing that brought him joy. The thing that he knew had to happen. You, guess what? You might not be an Imagineer for Disney, but I want you to know you can be your own Imagineer. Woo-hoo-hoo. I'm here to cheer you on, my friends. I'm here to root for you. I'm in your corner. You are your own Imagineer. I need you to say that. Come on, let's say that together. I am my own Imagineer. Rewiring your mind. You are rewiring your mind to believe, to hope, to create again. So maybe right now, the negative thoughts are winning. That's okay. Now, but that's going to end. And I say it's okay, not that it's going to stay that way, but wherever you are right now, that's fine. You can change that. I want you to know you can change it today. You can reprogram your brain through consistent, intentional thought. You are your own Imagineer. You have the power to physically change your brain by changing your thoughts. And that's not just a metaphor. That's not just, make believe. That's not just fairy tale. That's not just pixie dust. This is the pixie dust right here. What I'm sharing with you right now. You have it in you. It's true. We see the backing in science. Ooh. Y'all got me going today. So my challenge to you is simple. Stop. Stop waiting to feel like the person you want to become. I want you to start feeling it now, right now. Thinking it now, living it now. Start living today like your dream's already real. And you'll be amazed at how fast the magic finds you. The magic will find you when you start living like the dream is happening right now. Not tomorrow, not in 10 years from now, not in 5 years, not that the castle is far way off. No, you're living your future self today. That's how you build your castle. So my friends, you're either going to approach an empty field and look at it like Art Linkletter and see nothing but dirt, or you're going to look at an empty field and see a castle, your castle, like Walt Disney. And that's number 4 on our year-end countdown. We're just getting started. The next 3 episodes are absolute heavy, magical hitters. So make sure you're subscribed. You don't want to miss the momentum we're building as we roll into the new year. And speaking of the new year, 2026 is gonna be stacked with lots of magic and much more pixie dust. I've got brand new weekly episodes coming your way, more mindset, more magic, more Disneyland, more reminders that your story isn't done yet. Plus, the Disneyland Mindset Online Workshop is coming to you in January. I'm so pumped for that. If you've been wanting a real reset, a deeper shift, or just more courage to go after the thing you keep putting off, I'm telling you, this workshop is your moment. It's your magical moment we're going to share together. It's just going to be such a beautiful experience. I can't wait. It's because it's going to set the tone for our entire year. All right, dreamers? So thank you for being here. I appreciate you with all my heart. I want to thank you for listening. And as always, remember, keep believing, keep dreaming, just keep going. Keep seeing the castle, even when all you've got in front of you is dirt. All right? Because you are the magic. The magic is in you. I'll see you in the next episode as we count down to number 1.